Our next speaker is Dr. Jeannie Jaramillo. Dr. Jaramillo earned her PharmD degree from the Texas Tech University and completed a residency in drug information and poison control with the Texas Tech University Health Science Center School of Pharmacy and the Texas Panhandle Poison Center. Currently, she is an assistant professor in the Department of Pharmacy Practice. She is also the managing director for the Texas Panhandle Poison Center. This center serves Public Health Region 1 and 2, which comprises top 71 counties of Texas. The class of 2001 graduate, she is the Board of Idea recipient, awarded to one student in each graduating class for exemplifying leadership, high ethical standard, dedication and promotion of the professional pharmacy. As a faculty of the School of Pharmacy, she is the recipient of a P3 Teaching Team of the Year Award, Texas Caring for Texans Public Service Award. Dr. Jeannie Jaramillo, advice from the Alumni.
Thank you. I have to tell you, I'm a bit relieved that I'm not the first one to trip over those stairs. Hopefully I won't fall as I go down them. This feels very formal and I enjoy laughing a lot. I enjoy making our students laugh a lot. So I think I'll start with a little story from my own personal experience. I talked to the new class just a couple of days ago, but so you know, I have 3 children. They're 12, 8, and 7. Or no, they're 12, 10, and 7. Goodness. It's like a quiz up here. And a few years back, I was at home getting dressed for a presentation, and Hannah, she was probably 4 years old. I had put on a dress. At the time, my husband was a stay-at-home dad, and Hannah says, "Mom, you look so pretty." And I was just like, "Well, thank you, Hannah." And she said, "Is that Dad's?" The dress. She said, "Is that Dad's dress?" And I looked at my husband and I said, "What are you doing? How long are you here?" So anyway, that kind of helps me break the ice a little bit and hopefully not be ashamed to get here. I did graduate in 2001. It was the second class, graduating class. I went on to do a drug information residency and began my career at the Poison Control Center. And right now, what I'm most passionate about is our medication clean-out program. And the students that we have at the school have actually assisted me in realizing that dream, to get unused medications out of homes so that kids aren't poisoned and abusing these items. So, to the class of 2017, congratulations. This brings back memories of being right where you are. And now that I'm past that, and it's so exciting. You have chosen a wonderful career that will provide for your well-being and that of your family for many years. You'll be allowed to help others each and every day that you work. And it's an intellectually stimulating career. There's always new information. You will never stop learning. The next 4 years will be some of the best of your lives. And some of you, believe it or not, will probably be married to one another or be planning it by the time you graduate. So look to your left, look to your right. Also, you are now, probably from the day you were accepted to school, you became a medical expert for your family and friends. Not just a pharmacy expert, you are now a medical expert, expected to answer any question about any topic. And it's really kind of a neat thing, because as you start learning, starting with your drug information course, you will learn the skills that you'll need to answer any question your family asks you. And here brings me to another story. My mother has had multiple pulmonary emboli and deep vein thrombosis, so she's very susceptible to blood clotting. And right after I finished school, she went into the hospital to have a shunt put in her brain. And the neurosurgeon, after surgery, he started her back on Coumadin. What you probably don't know yet is that it takes about 5 days for Coumadin to become therapeutic to prevent further clots. And I was able to stand there and say, my mom needs something else, something to bridge her until that Coumadin becomes therapeutic, because she's most at risk for blood clots right now during this time. You will have those opportunities with your family. You can help them, you can even save their lives. So going on have a world of opportunities open to you. We've mentioned them briefly. I know when I entered pharmacy school, I thought there was hospital and retail community. I had no idea of the clinical realm of pharmacy. So I just want to mention quickly to you all that there are so many fields out there. We need retail pharmacists that are extremely important. We need hospital pharmacists as well. But we also have geriatric pharmacy, pediatric pharmacy, critical care, oncology, psychiatry, emergency medicine. You can work in an ER. Physician will diagnose a patient and then ask you to choose the therapeutic regimen that should be used for that patient. So as Dr. Payne said, you can basically be a mid-level practitioner, and some of our faculty actually have prescription privileges. So something very exciting. You're not just sitting back filling the bottle. You're going to be doing much more. My advice to you is just that you realize there have been so many new schools open in the U.S. that the market is becoming much more competitive. Take advantage of every opportunity you can to gain an edge. Volunteer for opportunities while you're in school. Not just to get credit for a course, but if something comes up, it's something you can learn from. Take the time and volunteer for that activity. Also, the next 4 years will provide you with networking opportunities that you will never have again. Get to know your classmates very well because you will rely on each other after graduation. Also, get to know the faculty. You will be calling us after graduation. I would estimate I get no fewer than 5 calls each year from previous students who have questions that are either toxicology related or medication take-back related. So take the opportunity to do that. One of your classmates may actually be giving you a position in the future. Participate in student organizations. We have many of them at Tech. When I started, there were just a few. Now there are a lot of those. I would advise you probably not join all of them. Pick a few that you have interest in and try and pursue a leadership position in at least one organization. We need leaders and we also need followers. So be a supportive member of other organizations as well. Be very cautious not to overload yourself. It's really easy to become too involved and lose focus. Don't lose yourself in these 4 years. Remember you. Be true to yourself. Make time for exercise and stress relief. You cannot study 24/7. I wouldn't recommend it. Also, be careful. Be kind to everyone you come into contact with. In Amarillo, we're very fortunate because this is one of the kindest, nicest places in the world. The people are so friendly. Be kind to everybody you know. 10 years from now, I might be interviewing you for a position. And you don't want me to remember you as the person who argued for 3 hours over 1 point on a quiz. Conversely, you may be interviewing me for a job in 10 years. And I hope that each of the faculty here respects you in that manner and treats you that way. Okay. I would encourage residencies. No, I wasn't paid to encourage residencies. Like I said, the market is so competitive now. And I know when I went into school, I was like, there is no way I'm doing a residency. I'm already sacrificing another 4 years of my life for school. I was already a professional student at that point. But as I look back now, I can see how valuable it was to have a residency. The residencies are competitive as well. Just prepare yourself for those. One of the biggest pieces of advice I can give you is regarding your computers. Your computer probably won't last you all 4 years. I'm sorry, parents out there. You may have to invest in a second one before the 4 years are up. They're an extremely valuable tool, but they can also be a huge distraction in the classroom. As faculty, we sometimes stand in the back of the classroom and see what's going on, and you'd be surprised how many students do their shopping during class. So I would say use the computer when you need to as a tool. Otherwise, I would recommend closing it or maybe even not even taking it to class because it can be a huge, irresistible distraction. Take things one day at a time. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of your profession. Be proud of your school. And I did get a couple pieces of advice from other alumni. As you're preparing for exams now, this is your ultimate career. This is your goal of your entire schooling education. You're no longer going into an exam just to pass the exam. You're preparing to treat patients, and you're preparing to develop your practice in the future. So keep that in mind. Take ownership of the concepts and practice them as frequently as you can. Find a study partner that will help you out and try to manage your time as best as possible. Keep up with your studying day by day so that you don't get overwhelmed all at once when you have 3 tests on one day. On this last, don't be afraid to ask for help. Pharmacy school is very intense. The course load is very stringent, lots of hours, and it can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming emotionally, physically. If you need help, we have one of the greatest staffs in student services that you will find anywhere in the country. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. And last but not least, stay calm and farm on. Thank you.